Hey guys. Gals too, children. I try to make my stuff accessible, but most likely children won't understand what I'm saying. And some adults, my flow goes so fast sometimes. Um, I had another bad day. Currently, I'm undercover boss. We call it that. What's it like being a working class dude or dudette? What are they expecting of you? Um, we have machines, and I'm going to bring up I think it's a fairy tale or something in that arena. John Henry, he looks a lot like Kali. We'll have a challenge. Can the machine get through that mountain faster than you can, John Henry? John Henry actually made it through first, but his heart burst. Couldn't do it no more. The machine wasn't far behind him. The machine wasn't tired. Keep giving it fuel and oil and take care of it. And did another couple mountains. And been doing it ever since. There's certain things human bodies cannot do. That's not really what was irritating me today. I did talk about dollhouses and cookie cutters. Those who run the bureaucracy say this is how it should be. It's supposed to be that way. No, it's not. It never stays the same. If you think it will, you're going to die. You're not watching. You're sitting there making sure, cracking the whip, everything is the way it's supposed to be. But it changes. And if you don't change with it, your people die, then you die. Currently, I'm a pizza driver. I was a manager, and I've been watching ever since I was born. And I also have access to things that I share with you. I worked for Amico, which became BP, and they're all really worried about making sure the cookie cutter of the dollhouse looks like it should in a perfect world, according to them. It never stays that way. Amico and BP got squashed by Sheets and Wawa, who were observing what was going on and making changes to make sure that they could accommodate those changes. As a pizza driver, my boss is still rigid, and this is how it's supposed to be, period. And he's not willing to change, not even on the look, because that's not part of his agenda. And we're being forced to watch videos. In a cookie cutter dollhouse, this is how it does. It never does it that way. Unless you only get like one order an hour, and your labor will be skyrocketing. You need to be a little bit more undercover boss and actually notice what's going on. And if they don't, just like nature, extinctions happen because things change and you wouldn't. We got Congress saying, oh my God, it's too fucking hard to cut the budget. You're going to do it, or it will kill you. It will kill us. And you'll probably run. How do you think nature works? Because nature don't think either. Found something to work, stick with it, crack the whip, make sure, geez, I remember reading books where they beat the hell out of horses. Do it looking pretty. Yeah. One thing I've noticed, doesn't mean it's right, but I feel it. What I'm feeling you're feeling. Whether or not you want to or not. Just because at the moment he's my top guy, I actually called him Arthur. Chris ain't. He might be. Let's see what he can do. But I love Chris. I'm not sure if I would. Remember, I went to the top of the pagans before I was even 13, and it's not a safe place to be. But in the spirit world here, that we just share our thoughts. He mentioned that, yeah, they can find you. Yeah, I know that. I actually sent them my address, so, the top guys in charge of a lot of things know where I am. But I asked for assistance, I ain't getting none. So, I was always a peacemaker, always will be. But I also see what is, and it's going to explode. How do you think wars happen? Somebody lied to somebody, just like in the pagans when I was young. Somebody lied about somebody lying, or somebody actually was lying, whatever. When you're not being true to each other, Satan's got something going on. Somebody's hidden, more than one, usually. I float a lot. The latest episode of Twilight Zone got big champs. You fuck with a tribe ain't gonna like that. Tribe gonna fight back. My reading champion here is number one. He accidentally killed Buddy. If he wanted him dead, he could have done it with one bite. He was trying to tell Buddy to bow. Buddy never bowed. Not even to me. Even when Buddy was in his heat and he wanted something, I'd pick him up and yell at him. He'd still be growling. Buddy never bowed. Buddy paid for that. That's okay. Buddy's in dog heaven waiting for us. Champ, he had to go because of that, but also because there's ordinances that says if my dog hurts somebody, if they get on my property, which I think is ridiculous. If you came on my property to steal something, my dog hurt you, what the fuck are we doing on my property? It's all boarded up, there's walls, and you don't come here without busting something in, but according to the law, if my dog hurt you, when you were trying to steal my stuff, that's okay. That's not okay with me. I kept my dog on my property. You came on my property, there's a problem there. And he's gone. Not just for that, though. See, Champ was a big guy, and he didn't want to be away from us. And whenever we put him someplace to keep everything safe, he tore through doors, he tore through walls. He was a damn tough motherfucker. I'm hoping he's not dead. He had 4 years with us, and I gave him nature. I did teach him don't trust. Dogs know that. Wolves know that. If you offer them a bone, they think, well, maybe they're being nice. They're only dogs, they ain't that, right? Dogs don't give nothing unless they want to be nice. The Lady and the Tramp, you know what I'm saying? The cartoon. But today, this has been going on for years, and I've talked to the boss. Others have talked to the boss. He's playing cookie cutter. This is what they say is, and this is how it will be. You're going to die. if you don't fix something. I'm trying to get a chance to reset myself. And Daddy actually made it possible. But everybody that it can is putting things off. I'm expecting I might get that chance. We'll be moving in a blizzard, isn't that lovely? But at least I won't be delivering pizza in a blizzard. The dude would want us to do that. Unless you're stuck, you do it. I ain't closing the doors until the rush is past. If you get stuck, that ain't my problem. It's your problem, actually. You signed up to deliver pizza in all things, so do it until you can. Okay. I told him if I get stuck, I'm done. I'm going home. Get your light on. Moving on. The European Union, in their glee of things were great, never left a loophole in case something went wrong that somebody could leave. Nobody ever plans for a bad day. Dollhouses don't have them. You do cookie cutters. Yeah, they do. I told him the eagle's gotta die before the Phoenix can rise, but it's gonna be a nasty thing. I'm just hoping, again, Daddy built me. He allowed me to live, and he taught me a lot, and I share everything I can. That I get to a place where, while things are blowing up all around me, I might be a farmer that can survive. There'd be other things to live too. I'm a peace lover. I don't dig what's coming. It's coming. I ain't doing nothing to lead it towards that either. Chris was worried about if he says anything derogatory, they might come get him. Depends on what you say, they just might. I'm not afraid of them because I don't ever tell anybody to go hurt somebody. I only tell them to try and figure out how not to. Beat the goose until it can't give no more. Then you kill it and wonder what happened. Who's next? Someone on my wall shared a video about some judge probably down in Texas, doesn't matter, could be anywhere, beating his daughter because she watched a show that he told her not to, and she, probably about 9 years old, didn't take it that seriously. And I'm going to say it is, pass it on. They did it to me, I'll do it to you. This is what is. I'm not saying no. Dogs value love highly. If they're denied it, they try very hard to earn it back. Do you think humans are anything less? If you cannot give love, well, I'm sure you can beat somebody into submission, but, if you don't know what love is, then you cannot give it. And if you give love and then you deny it and say you have not earned it, didn't sneeze too shortly, but then you must earn it. And if you're watching something I told you not to, look me in the eyes and tell me, did I not tell you you shouldn't be watching that? This means I will not talk to you for a couple hours, and you're not going to get a hug, you're not going to get a nice look. I'm not going to appreciate you for a couple hours. And that show is going off, and you're just not going to watch nothing. It's a hell of a lot better than beating, and it does the same thing. There are some people, some dogs, some things that just plain hate. I know that. But most things really value being loved, and there's a hell of a lot less than it should be. Oh yeah. Switching gears again, back to work. The shift manager is going to be blamed because the real manager isn't willing to face the facts. And then he could say, well, the customer said you suck, and, fuck you, goodbye. Which would be ridiculous, but he could do that. If he would actually look beyond the dollhouse at what's been going on for years, he would realize that he's being a skinflint. And for $12, everything could be where it was supposed to be. And he'd actually make a profit. But nobody told him that. And he don't think for himself. That's a problem. Bureaucracy doesn't really tend to think for itself. Even Hitler, basically, is part of the reason why he fucked up so bad. But it's alright, he did what he had to do. I think a lot of the world's population died. A lot of it was scum. Not Chris scum, but my kind of scum. Scum that really is full of hate. And I hate. Daddy doesn't do nothing without a reason. In any given life, you can wonder why is my life so bad. Don't pass it on, pass it off. Water off a duck's back. Move on. If you can. As a kid, you can. If they beat you every day, you can't get away from that until you can get away from that. And if they keep decreasing the value of the feet, a lot of us ain't gonna never get a chance. The working poor, I know we make babies more than we should. Nature tells us to. The Bible even said do that. At the beginning, it was necessary just to survive, and now it's out of hand. When things are done right, you have a chance to reflect and even see yourself, which most of us never really get a chance to do spiritually. The vain males look in the mirror a lot. Most females look in the mirror a lot, especially those on the TV. You guys never had a chance to grow internally, and obviously everybody's got to be doing something that's useful. That's a fact. But I still think some of the stuff that's been on my wall is totally for real. It's in progress. And I still need to make sure this goes through, so I better stop. For what it's worth, I love you all who love me back. It doesn't have to be me, this avatar talking to you. I believe that I exist beyond this, but I am here right now, and yeah, I got a lot of body problems going on. A lot of you do, but I'm not afraid of dying. I'm just afraid of how. You know.